Lesson 9.1. Let's go over and do the marking of the homework given previously. I would like to start with this question 1 by first saying, if I do look at the parallel lines as I illustrated to you previously. Now, if I draw the parallel lines like that, in my mind, I do know that that angle as I illustrate there and that angle there must be then equal to each other because they are going to be corresponding. Now, important to know, in my mind, I must be able to take this picture and turn it around so that I can find it in my sketch. Look what I'm going to do now, or highlight. If I'm going to look at my two parallel lines now, there's one. The two parallel lines, you can see the arrows illustrated. But now I have to find the... There we go for that line down there. And I can clearly see now that that angle and that angle going to be the same as I illustrated before, that one and that one, according to the transversal line, which is going to be my corresponding angles. Right, so the two parallel lines and the transversal line, we must be able to turn them around and identify them. So let's start highlighting that now first. Where I'm going to start now? Statement. And reason. Now I've mentioned before, where I'm just going to say now that we got the picture in mind, I'm going to make the statement now where I'm going to say x must be equal to 60 degrees. And why can I say that? Because of the corresponding angles, and I will just like to round it off like that. And why can we say that? Because it is CD parallel to AB in that case. Parallel to AB. Right, so there I got the x. Now let's see if we can find another transversal line. I'm going to try to picture it with another color, perhaps. I'm going to try, let's hope you can see this purple. There we have the purple, and I'm going to highlight the two parallel lines again. There's the first one. And there is the second parallel line. But this time I'm going to select for myself another transversal line. This guy down there. And then I do know in this case that I can say in that case here, my example, that that one and that one going to be alternating. That means now in my picture illustrated now with the purple now, where I'm going to say that y must be equal to 80 degrees. And once again, guys, I've took my picture and in my mind I turn it around and I was looking for it in my sketch, and when I matched it, it was quite easy in determining, in this case, the alternating angle. So therefore I'm going to go over to the next one where I'm going to say y must be then equal to 80 degrees, and this is going to become then alternating angles. And once again, the reason going to be CD parallel to AB. So guys, the main part I would like to highlight and illustrate to you here was, you must be able to take the original sketch definition of parallel lines, alternating corresponding angles. You must be able to turn them around till you match the idea in the calculation, starting determining the answers. Thank you, guys. Let's go for question number 2. Question number 2. The first thing I would like to do again, I'm going to look at my sketch, and I'm just going to get familiar with my sketch, and I'm going to try to select my first pair of parallel lines, and my first selection going to become this AB and CD. Now that I have selected the two parallel lines, I'm going to do also the transversal line. And in this process, I can say now that that 44 plus that x must give me a value equal to be a 180 degrees co-interior. So there I got my first understanding of the sketch. So let's start answering the first part. So I'm going to start on the table statement. And reason. Now I'm going to start by saying 44 degrees plus that x must be equal to 180 degrees. And my reason for that, co-interior, and again AB parallel to CD. Now that I have the first x statement of x, I'm going to take the 44, minus 44 on the left, minus 44 on the right. I'm going to be left then with x equal to be 180 degrees minus 44 degrees. And that's going to leave me with the answer of 136 degrees. And the first thing I do, I write my information in my sketch. Very important. 136 degrees. Now I'm going to select another pair of parallel lines. I'm going to try the purple again. So here's my first parallel line in this selection, and the bottom one. Now for those two parallel lines, I'm going to select the transversal line down there. And once again, for those two, I'm going to say that z plus the 52 must then be together equals to be 180 degrees, also to be co-interior. So I'm going to start z plus the 52 degrees must be equal to be 180 degrees. My reason again, co-interior, and once again AB parallel to CD. Minus 52 on the left, minus 52 on the right, so Z equals to be 180 degrees minus 52. And that leaves me with the answer of Z to be 128 degrees. And what do I do again? I bring my sketch up to date. So Z going to leave me with 128 degrees. Now if I look at my sketch again, I'm going to draw a circle here right around all of them down there. But I'm not going to refer to it as a circle. I would like to refer to it as a revolution. And a revolution, in this case in mathematical terms, means 360 degrees. So I'm going to say now that x plus y plus z equal to be 360 degrees, one revolution. Therefore, substitution, x determined before to be 136 plus the y I would like to determine plus the z 128 degrees equal in total to be revolution 360 degrees. Then 136 plus 128 going to leave me with a value of 264 plus the y equals to be 360 degrees. Minus 264 on the left, minus 264 on the right. Y equal to be 360 degrees minus 264 on the right. Therefore, y going to leave me with the answer of 96 degrees. And there I have determined my x, my y, my z, and all my ideas came from the sketch by using color codes. And you can see once again the importance of playing with color codes on the sketch, how easy it really can become. Let's go for the last question. Question number 3. Now for the last question. First, I'm going to grab my color pencil and I'm going to select my parallel lines. First one, AE, the other part of the parallel line. There we go, there's the other line. Now the transversal line. I'm going to select that transversal line down there. Once again, I see that X plus the Y together, sum of them, equals to be 180 degrees, co-interior. So let's go over to the table. Statement. Reason. I'm going to start saying that X plus 80 degrees equals to be 180 degrees. Reason, co-interior. Y, co-interior. AE, parallel to BD. Therefore, minus 80 on the left, minus 80 on the right. I'm going to have an answer of X. Going to leave me with the answer of 100 degrees. And that wasn't too bad. And what do? I write my answer in immediately, maybe if I would like to use it at a later stage. Now, I'm going to select again the parallel lines. This time again, AE. Again the purple. Let's see if we can see it nicely. The purple. And the purple for the other part of the parallel lines. I'm going to select now another transversal line. This time, that one down there. And I would like to start saying that this angle and angle Y must be the same. Why are they the same? 100 degrees, because they are vertical opposite. Also, I see in the parallel lines with this transversal line that Z must also then be equal to 100 degrees. Why? Alternating. Oh, so it becomes quite easy in playing with color codes on the sketch. Now that I've identified that, I'm going to start saying that Y equals to be 100 degrees, and once again vertical opposite. Vertical opposite angles. And also I'm going to say now Z equals to be Y equals to be 100 degrees, alternating angles, and once again Y because of the two parallel lines, AE to be parallel to BD. Guys, once again, we could not have asked for much more easier than this idea of identify the definitions of parallel lines, transversal lines, turn it around, find it in the sketch, and it can really be easy than what I've just showed you now. Guys, in the next lesson we will do some more information. Until that time, enjoy and have fun with your maths. And don't forget, all this must be done in your exercise books. If you need to make corrections, you do that and keep your book up to date. Thank you very much.